All right, so I was gonna put myself some funny little slogan or little under lower third, like the rest of my compadres are right now, but fuck it, here we are. Usually I'll place a funny intro. I'll put the countdown, or the Bobby Lashley intro, but I'm afraid he might get released too when he drops his title.
The new Heel Stevens channel.
Wait, this shit's going. He might get cut too. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an impromptu live stream here. Holy shit, it felt like it was only was it Sunday we did this with we did all this for All Out. My bad, All Out, Double or Nothing. I'm lost for words here, okay? I'm fucking lost for words. You know what's crazy? I was actually planning on doing an NXT review. And then I see this news. I'm on Twitter and shit. You know what's funny? I'm on Twitter and I see Chase's, like, you know, you just turn on the app and the first thing you see is Chase Oliver's tweet. Oh my fucking God, yes. Braun Strowman is out of WWE. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, I thought he I literally thought this dude was
trolling.
I thought he was trolling. Oh my God, I thought it was a good troll job and shit. And then I like, there's no way, right? There's no way. Because he wouldn't tweet something like this, right? So then I rock as I'm scrolling. What do you know? It's WWE. I have the tweet here because I took a screenshot of said tweet and I posted it in our group chat because, you know, why the fuck now, right? And it said here the following in quote, WWE has come to terms on the releases of Braun Strowman, which shocked me, but yeah, Aleister Black, Lana, Murphy, Ruby Riott, and Santana Garrett. We wish them all the best in all of their future endeavors. Now, let me just say this right now. I did a thumbnail. It should be up. I don't know if you guys see it or not, but if it does pop up, you're probably saying to yourself, gee, guys, where's Santana Garrett? Well, she wasn't there for a cup of coffee, so what makes you think I'm going to put her in a fucking thumbnail? Ladies and gentlemen.
Honestly, when I first read that, I was going to be like, so when I read Santana Garrett, I was reading it too fast. I'm like, no way, they got rid of Santos Escobar? I was going to be pissed about that one. I really thought it was Santos Escobar, and I was freaking out. But then I Googled Santana Garrett, and then I was like, oh, I don't even know who this is. And then
exactly, yeah. So in case you guys don't know, yes, it's me, it's Steve. We're here joined by the three. All of you, the four of us, as always, we're here joined by WWE for Sale, Detroit Gamer 313. Check them out on Twitter and on Instagram. Detroit Big Mike 313. Big Mike, what is up, bro? How you doing, man?
Nothing much. It's shocking events that's been taking place these last few minutes.
Yes,
just a lot of bad news, but a lot of things that's like
you just don't want to believe it.
Yeah, no, I can believe it, but it's exactly. just like is WWE thinking about selling? You know.
Exactly. We're also here joined by, obviously, because you heard him just moments ago. The reason that I heard about this news, breaking news himself, you call him the Streamlabs Messiah himself. Chase 4K Chase, the man of many gimmicks. Gumby, Chase Khan, Chase Covington, Chase Mysterio. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be checking out Tyron Woodley in a couple of weeks when he fights Jake Paul, the one, the only. AEW fanboy assassin himself, Chase Oliver. Chase, what's up, bro? All the way in California.
Get these papers, Braun Strowman.
Get these papers. Get these papers.
You Care Bear fucking looking ass. Get the fuck on out of here.
He's happy, yo. This just made his week, yo. Seriously.
Oh!
If Chase Bolivar was around, he'd be running around right now. Seriously.
Chase Bolivar was actually a fan of Care Bear. Rest in peace, Chase Bolivar.
Damn. And
he died in a fatal car accident.
Oh, damn. Oh, may he rest in peace. Moment of silence. We got to do a tribute show for him one day. And we're here joined here. Get the coffee ready. Future WWE buyer, I believe it too. The one, the only, all the way in the mean streets of Bridgeport, Connecticut. Walter, working from home in his office. What's up, bro?
Office. I just realized my mic was on mute. But, yeah, I'm just like you guys. Just out of nowhere, I saw Twitter and I'm like, the fuck is this? Strowman, out of all people. Everyone's favorite besides Chase.
Yeah, so I'm reading the comments about you guys are kicking ass right now in the chat. We have No Laura saying hello to all of us. We also have Dave Sack in the chat. Good morning from your current Cameron Grimes. My my Dodge coin is taking.
Doge.
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 Steven, do you invest at all?
Oh, man,
I tried it one time and it just never worked out for me.
Oh my God, Steven. It's called patience, dude. You have to wait for the long haul to the moon, Steven.
And of course, we got Jericho Knight. Dana Brooke is a wrestling goddess.
Yeah, she didn't get cut.
She survived, dude. She's a survivor. You know what? I'm surprised. And again, I didn't watch Raw, by the way. I didn't.
Why?
Who did?
You're supposed to.
No one. Double or Nothing took the life out of me. Okay, that show took a lot out of me. And I'm like, Raw was on. I'm like, yo, do I really sit here through 3 hours of Raw, or do I just play FIFA? I'm gonna play FIFA. I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't watch Raw at all either.
I heard that Shayna lost to Reginald. I'm like, yo, she's getting released. She's getting released. I'm surprised she didn't get cut either. So yes, the big breaking news, obviously, like we mentioned earlier, all these cuts happened. It's crazy to think, right? Like a couple of weeks ago, like a month and a half ago, we did a same video announcing the release of Samoa Joe, the Iconics. Who else was involved in that whole scuffle of cuts?
The Iconics, Samoa Joe.
Let me find. I have this. I think I have the stream here. I think I have it here. Let me just.
There was another notable name.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of notable names from that day, though. If I can just find it right.
I mean, it was just like 3 people.
I mean, all of it. I mean, yeah, it was Mickey James. It was Kalisto. It was Kalisto, and I think also Chelsea Green. They were all the go. A couple, like, what was it, like a month or so? A month ago.
This is definitely bigger news. This thing.
Well, here's the thing. There's bigger names here, and I'm not saying that a month ago they weren't named. Yes,
no, we're not saying that, but this is obviously different. Like, this looks like what are you like? You're definitely trying to cut costs for sure.
They are. They really are. And it's crazy to think, you hear all this talk of them making all this money, right? This Fox money, this Saudi money, right? This money from Peacock. They're set for life. Nothing can go wrong. And then you see all these cuts.
Well, that money's not going to kick in right away.
Not only from talent, but also from people within the offices that got let go as well.
WWE studios.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, but I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let's break these guys down, I guess, one by one, and let's see what happens. Here's the thing about it, okay? Because I'm pretty sure people are jumping. Oh, one door closes, the other one opens. You know what I mean? I'm sure we're all seeing that response. I'm sure we're seeing, and I'm sure dorks are doing this right now. At Tony Khan, hey Tony, you better find Tommy End. Hey Tony, you better find Heidi Laveau. Hey Tony, that's, by the way, Ruby Riot's independent name, by the way.
I know.
Hey Tony, you better find Miro's wife. They could be a power couple.
CJ
Perry, but still, they're not gonna, Or hey Tony, you better find Braun Strowman so we can get Braun Strowman versus Luchasaurus. That's happening right now. People are jumping on Twitter demanding Tony Khan. Because again, Tony's fucking all this money, right? But nah, I'm pretty sure these guys are hit with a 90-day no compete clause, right?
Pretty sure.
I think so. Makes sense.
Pretty sure.
Maybe not Braun Strowman. He probably got different clause.
I mean, 10 years to a title and still employed. What's wrong with that? She's still employed. She's part of the family.
That's the Samoan Empire.
Dude, she owes her. Vince owes Jimmy Snuka, so there's no way.
So here, WWE makes all these cuts so they can bring back Cena, Lesnar, the Bella Twins for big money matches in front of crowds. Yeah,
it's a possibility.
Yeah, it's a possibility. More so,
a strong possibility.
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing too. I mean, a lot of these people, a lot of them are not even being used. So I don't want to hear this bullshit of misjustice. I don't want to hear this bullshit of because no one gave a fuck. I don't hear
They wanted them gone.
Yeah, I get that, but I don't want to hear no one all of a sudden jump on I've been a Ruby Riott fan since day one.
Yeah, like I feel like the only releases that are shocking are Care Bears and freaking Aleister Blacks. All these other releases, like Buddy Murphy, who's really sitting here being all like, "Oh man, dude, Buddy." No, people were asking for them to let Buddy Murphy be free. He's free now. He can do whatever he wants. Like,
I've seen a few, but I've
absolutely.
And Chase froze.
Again, for whatever reason, Chrome is acting up. Chrome is acting up. You know what's funny too? You know what's funny?
Oh, in general?
No, like Chrome is acting like, okay. I don't know how many of you guys, when you guys go on Google Chrome, right? Whenever you watch a YouTube video, I'm sure it happens once in a while. You'll get that little square that pops up. It's page not responsive, right? We'll get that, and you gotta like kill the page or wait for it to reload. I keep getting that, so I'm trying to find out how to do it. And mind you, when I was on PC, it was easy to do, easy to fucking fix. What have you on a Mac? You can do it, but it's a bitch. So I was trying to do this shit on Safari, but for whatever reason, Streamlab is not supported by Safari, which is like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So I'm probably going to try to hopefully by next week's show, get this done through Mozilla. Yeah, we're going back to Mozilla Fire because it's supported through Mozilla Firefox. So there's a list of possibilities. But, like Chase was saying, again, I'm not here knowing all of a sudden jump on the bandwagon of, they've been a day one Buddy Murphy fan.
Right. There's only a few of those. There's not a lot of those.
Only a few of y'all left. Only a few of you guys left. And now he's free. The man's free to do what the fuck he wants to do.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, let's break these down, okay? The names. And let's give a thoughts of what they did, what they've accomplished, and where do we see them going? Okay, here's the thing about it. I know a lot of AEW. No, bruh. Again, like those generic response on Twitter. One door closes, other doors open, right? Well, there's more than one door, even if it's a forbidden door. I'm just saying, okay?
Right.
It's a forbidden door. And also that New Japan deal, you hear all that stuff going on. It's like you can kind of understand why they're doing this, and also the potential of just selling the company. Because that's definitely a huge possibility for sure now. I think these, how do you cut Braun Strowman? This guy, you made him beat Shane McMahon. You put him in a title picture, obviously to eat the pin, but still, you still put him in there. All of a sudden, you just cut him. There's something off with that. I don't know if he personally requested his release or something else is connecting the dots. I don't know.
From what I heard, they said that the writing was on the wall because they knew what he was worth in 2019 when his contract came up and they were negotiating contracts. That's why he got that massive contract. And they kind of knew that they were going to X him out at some point in time during the end of that contract. So this was that time.
Okay. So let's break this down, shall we? Because I've seen people in the chat here, right? Dave Sex writing here as well. My free agency draft picks: Ruby Riott, Impact Wrestling, and Chase is back on. By the way, there you go, Chase. We missed you, brother, man. What happened there?
My internet's always been having issues. Like in the morning, it takes a minute for it to wake up. So yeah,
we weren't ready for this, but we weren't ready for this impromptu stream. It just happens. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So Dave Stack writes here his free agency draft picks, and we'll get into this also as we talk about each person. So his draft picks are Ruby Riott for Impact Wrestling. I guess you could just put her in there in the Knockouts division. Why the hell not? Aleister Black, NJPW USA. You might as well say New Japan. Braun Strowman, AEW. Murphy, Impact, and MLW, which we'll get into. And then obviously Lana, AEW. So let's get into it. Ruby Riott, okay? I'll be honest, when she was on NXT back in 2017, I never thought of that person being on the main roster. I never really did. She had these matches, what have you, but they weren't wowing me. Oh my god, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you ever watched her matches on takeovers, it was her in these mixed tag team matches. I remember it was I think it was Takeover Toronto or Takeover Orlando. Yeah, Takeover Orlando. It was her with obviously Ty Dillinger, now Sean Spears, Cassius Ohno. And someone who I forgot, and they took on Sanity. That's how. And then she went to the main roster, part of the Riott squad with Liv Morgan. Think about this: Liv Morgan is the sole survivor of the Riott squad.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that?
Wait, what do you mean?
So Sarah Logan is gone. She got released last year, right? But then she got pregnant. And now Ruby Riott is gone. So Liv Morgan is the sole survivor.
Yeah, Liv Morgan's the sole survivor, yeah.
Even though
I
she's
thought you
probably
said Ruby Riott was. I'm like, what?
Even though she's on her way out soon. She's on her way out. Either thing, yeah, she did have an opportunity. She did compete. Was she a former? Did they ever win the tag titles? No, right? They never did.
I don't think they ever did.
I know that she did have that match with Ronda Rousey. I was at Elevation Chamber like 3 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Her Money in the Bank, everyone won her in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and it never happened. People were at the time tweeting out hashtag Ruby is money. I remember that shit. It was kind of ridiculous.
And she was injured too for a significant amount of time.
Very injury prone, I think. I think she had like 2 separate injuries that put her off the shelf for a while. Just didn't it sucks. Injury did kind of derail her because obviously she was like kind of fed to Ronda Rousey, but that's still a big match, and maybe something could have happened after that, but I guess not.
So for me, as far as where I see her going, Impact can work, but then again,
Dude, no, AEW needs to stop hooking around. Like, you just got yourself a new women's champion. All these women that get released, you just signed them. Who cares, man? Like, well, I don't care if it's like you have a new women's champion. She's already wrestled everyone on the roster. Most likely, Britt Baker's first title defense is against either Sheeta in the rematch or Big Swole, because Big Swole is really the only one that beat her. But Jade Cargill, as much as everyone likes her, she ain't ready for that primetime spot just yet. And everything. Everyone else on that roster, you can love a Tay Conti, you can love everyone else, but they're just not ready to like be part of Britt Baker's. Like I wouldn't want them just to be fodders to Britt Baker right now. Like, Britt Baker should be facing some of the best in the world to prove. And Ruby Riott, y'all tell me she's great. I haven't seen one good Ruby Riott match in my life, but y'all, I'm being dead honest. Like I haven't seen one, but
and again, we're not
saying that with everyone though.
We're not saying that she's terrible. We're not. But the thing is, though, she's not moving the needle. I'm not
exactly. But at least with AEW, she's someone that is a fresh face for Britt Baker.
Yeah, I'm sure.
At least then it shows that you want to improve the women's division.
Speaking of which, we already know they're all going to get their respective Talk is Jericho podcasts.
Dude, who do you think? I think Jericho, if he's smart, he goes after Strowman first, because I think that's the money podcast. You can hear Strowman talk about his alleged Universal title win, which never happened. I don't know why people like to make that up.
Yeah, I was the champion in WrestleMania, and then I went to Saudi Arabia, and I was in that battle royal, and I heard some punk kid named Chase Oliver making fun of me every single time. I guess he doesn't know that I used to get bullied back in the day. I don't know, but
yeah, he could probably kick my ass. I don't even care if Braun. People would say, Chase, you want to say this to Braun Strowman's face? Yeah, I would. I wouldn't care. He punches me, he goes to fucking jail, dog. Who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he goes to jail. You know what the headline's gonna be? WWE superstar Braun Strowman beats up fan. All right, cool. I could be that fan he beats up.
What's up, Jurgen? How you doing, buddy? Hope all is well. Reading the comments here, but Dave sacrifice here. Ruby's 2 big highlights were Chamber 2019 versus Ronda, and Chamber 2020 closing the show with the rest of the Riot Squad, which was a flop. I don't remember that. As far as I remember, 2020 Chamber, Shayna Baszler washed everyone. That's what I remember.
Yeah, they were all in that chamber though, and Shayna Baszler basically dominated.
But I mean,
can't even remember that match.
Yeah, I would say AEW. She could definitely be on, I don't know, first showcase on Dark or Dark Elevation, right?
Yeah, Dark Elevation every week show for her.
Heidi, I'm looking forward to that graphic. Heidi Laveau is all elite. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to her BTE bit, if you will. But like Chase said, Britt Baker needs people to face. You know what I mean? And right now, the 2 people she can probably do is obviously Hikaru Shida, because again, they got to do the rubber match, and Big Swole, even though nobody really wants to see it.
Do they have to do that? Do they have to put her there?
I mean, you gotta understand this too. A lot of fans on Twitter, I don't know if you guys notice, they'll tweet out continuity. You see this, guys, the continuity, the long-term storytelling here. Oh my god, guys.
Well,
but
baseball's gonna have to win some matches first, according to the rankings.
Yeah, I
She
know.
gotta get on TV. Screw matches.
What
Just
about
get
you
on
guys?
TV.
What do you guys? I know Chase said AEW. Walter, what about you? What do you see Ruby Riott going and all that fun stuff? Your thoughts? And yeah,
Shoot, anywhere. Anywhere at this point.
Basically. But honestly, Impact would be nice too. I think because they got a somewhat okay division. AEW desperately needs women though, so they need to probably hop on that. At least have her as like a nice, workaround talent, even though she really doesn't have any good matches. But at least have her there. Have a body.
Yeah, I agree. Like most of the women that get released, AEW does need to hop on them and sign them up because they need it. They really need it.
Hold up. I know Dave just wrote a comment. Does anyone even consider ROH as an option anymore?
No,
they have a division.
Not for the women. Not for the women. Maybe for Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black could be like a surprising one because that's like a company that would because for me, I don't think Aleister Black would go to AEW because remember there's talks about his wife going to AEW and those kind of fell off, and I think maybe Aleister Black might have some. Let's be real, Zelina and Aleister, they're kind of like not a package deal, but they kind of talk to each other about certain stuff. So it's like I could see it where Aleister Black may not go to AEW because of maybe how negotiations went with Zelina. However it went with Zelina, he's probably going to just be like, nope, I'm good. And, there is talk, I even theorized that maybe the Aleister Black release is a contract restructuring where he's making a little bit too much more on the main roster contract. Maybe they have an idea where he wrestles in NXT UK. I don't know. Maybe could be a possibility that he's like a Drake Maverick where they bring him back right away. Who knows? But that could be a case too with Aleister Black. But I see him at least somewhere. Not AEW though. Maybe ROH, MLW. MLW would be too low for him, I guess. But ROH or New Japan.
No problem. Well, let's get into the next person here on the list here. Aleister Black.
I already said my shit.
You already said your piece already, but former, again, when he got there, he looked obviously unique, right? His entrance in NXT. He had. Can we all agree he had a meteoric rise in NXT? Can we agree with that?
Like a push,
he was champion though.
He got there, like you knew it was gonna happen. Yeah, he had that crazy match with Adam Cole and that takeover event. Obviously, when you think of his takeover matches, my favorite one is obviously, and I know people will hate it now, but Velveteen Dream
that was a good match.
Which is crazy.
That was a decent match.
Which is crazy to think that they're now both gone.
Yeah,
they're not.
Maybe they can recreate that magic in the New Japan Pro Wrestling there.
Yeah, they can create new at the local mom and regional Wrestle Fest. You know what I'm saying? Live from the high school. You know what I'm saying? For $25. Front row.
They don't need to be. He don't need to be at no high school. Not Velveteen Dream.
Hey man,
about high school for him.
Oh shit! Yeah. At the rec center. At the rec center.
Not even at the rec center, dude. Anywhere where kids can be. No.
YMCA, outside YMCA.
No, it has to be at a bar, like whatchamacallit, like those ball shows at La Boom.
At the local mall, at the mall.
No, the mall's worse. You'll probably want Velveteen will probably be like, hey, can we get the ring right by Build-A-Bear so that way I can hang out over there? People want to be about Build-A-Bear and chocolate stores.
It has to be at a nightclub.
So
keep in mind, Velveteen, all this is alleged, but you're allowed to joke and have fun. Yeah. No, Walter. Mike, the reason why is because you can't joke with wrestling. Joking in wrestling is not a thing,
Oh shit! I totally forgot NWA is an option. Yes, it's an option.
Yeah,
but let's be honest here. I mean, I know there's a pay-per-view coming up from the NWA, but is anyone really giving a shit about it?
No.
Exactly.
I mean, isn't Trevor Murdoch is main eventing
against Magnus?
Dude, that's like that sounds like a TNA explosion match if I've ever heard of one, dude. Like, no offense. Like, yes, I get it that Nick Aldis has been building his brand, but like the thing is, he has to be the worst world champion in wrestling today. Like, I know everyone likes to bash Kenny Omega and stuff, but come on, man, how are you gonna sit here and tell me that Nick Aldis isn't the worst, dude? Like, hold
up. The biggest night of his biggest night was his takeover debut against Neville, which was true. Yeah, that was the first WWE London show they did on the network, the UK special that they crowned the first champion. I remember that too. But I didn't think about it. Then he hit the main roster, and it's like they did nothing really with him. They did nothing. The only thing I remember is near the end, he got there. He teamed up with Ricochet. He had his WrestleMania match in front of a live crowd. Let's give him that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's give them that. But after that, last time I remembered, he was getting his eyes poked out. And then recently, they bring him back with this new gimmick, right? They do these vignettes, right?
All right.
Shows up on SmackDown, attacks Big E. I'm like, okay, we're getting a Big E versus Aleister Black program on SmackDown.
Right, and they just ripped that from.
And now it's over.
Yeah.
It's done. It's over with now.
Dude, that's the feud of the year if I've ever seen any. Like, that was a great feud. Big E looked at Aleister Black. Aleister Black kicked him, and that ended the feud, man. Like,
but yeah, I'm pretty sure him. Honestly, dude, if I'm Tommy End, that's his name, by the way. Yeah, I know the talks of all these companies and all that stuff, but honestly, what I would like to see is once everything opens up again, have these guys explore the independent scene. You know what I'm saying? Have them recapture their love for wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Recapture that love, what have you, and then try to sign with the company, whether it's AEW, whether it's New Japan, right? Or maybe an MLW, but likely if mainstream, I'll go with the AEW for Tommy End here and have him go at it with Hangman Page, because why the fuck not, right?
Right.
You're still talking about Aleister Black?
Yes.
Yeah. Tommy.
Okay.
It's now Tommy and Walter. How dare you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. By that name now. But we can't use the
slave name, you know.
Right. It just doesn't make sense how like they did all this shit for him, promo packages, interrupting the main event of a random SmackDown just for him to be gone. I mean, I guess that is WWE type of booking, and it's just like, what's going on? Like, why'd you do all that just to release him? I don't get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's that. I mean, let's move on, shall we? Let's move on to the next person.
Move on.
Because I gotta be out of here in like 12 minutes. So we'll try to knock this shit out in 12 minutes if we can.
But you're the one who took so long, dog.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah, you were like, hey, let's rush through these. You're reading every comment. You're like going through everything. You're the one that took it this long. We wanted to talk about Strowman. I was trying to say, hey, let's screw these other losers. Let's talk about Strowman and Black. But no, and then talk about the potential WWE sale.
All right.
I'll be doing a stream later today. So
all right,
I can do that.
So let's get this out of the way real quick. All right, you know what?
Hey, Walter and Mike, sneaker pass for those purple Jordans coming up soon, bro.
Bet
purple Jordans.
I thought these were only the women's.
So
yeah. Hey, they're still flipping, Mike. You can still flip it and trade it for something you want.
Braun Strowman is out of the way. Braun fucking Strowman. That's the one that shocked everybody, right? Chase's favorite, the Care Bear. He's now gone. I'm shocked because it's like, okay, it was only yesterday he was feuding for the WWE title or facing Bobby Lashley, and now he's gone. It's like, you know what I mean? Mike, you were talking about his contract apparently was too high in 2019.
Yeah, no. His contract ended in 2019, and they were renegotiating his contract, and they knew what he was worth, so they kind of gave him what he was worth, and it was through 2023, and through then they were trying to pick a good way towards the end to X this out.
They realized they overpaid for him.
Right.
And here's the thing about it. I know he had that heat in 2020 when he like disrespected the independent scene. I'm pretty sure a lot of those fans don't forget, but there's that too.
They don't.
But like
seriously don't.
Can we all agree him and AEW? And him versus him versus Paul White, epic encounter.
That would be awesome. The rematch
at All Out, 2022, 2021.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. I mean, his mentor, the guy who discovered him, is there, Mark Henry too. So
him versus Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
Kenny Omega.
Him versus Lance Archer.
Read the comment. The sad thing now is Raw really has nobody for top contenders outside of Drew, Randy Orton. What are they going to do? Do another Jeff Hardy super push, a face Sheamus, or recall up Finn Balor? I say call up Finn Balor. I don't see why not at this point in juncture.
Dude, I don't know.
To get squashed by Lashley.
I don't know. I mean,
remember when the Dayman existed, he powerbombed the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Oh, I forgot the Dean beat Lashley. Was that a Mania?
Yeah, it was a squash match too. I was so pissed,
God.
dude. I've never been more pissed. Like
there.
I was pretty heated, man.
Yeah, that was the Mania, right? 35. Oh man, that's terrible.
We were there for that too.
I didn't pay attention to that.
How you doing, buddy? I do Andre Corbiel. I mean, again, we can all say AEW, right? Basically, all the wrestling.
That's
pretty
the only
much.
place
That's
I
the
could see him
only
going.
place.
Yeah.
Because he's not doing indies, bro. Braun Strowman is not doing.
He's not
indies.
doing Impact Wrestling.
Either that or go into movies.
I'm sure Japan will throw him a shitload of money if as an attraction, but we'll see what happens with that. Buddy Murphy, let's be honest here. Last time we saw he was making out with Aaliyah Mysterio.
People forget about that.
You forget about that. Yeah.
People said his last feud was when somebody got attacked. Yeah, somebody got attacked and he was in the background looking. I was like, no, that's not it. He was kissing Rey Mysterio's daughter. That was
but like we mentioned, he's free to go now. I know he's been creating subliminal stuff in the past about being let go or doing this and doing that, right? Well, now he's free.
Yeah.
Now he's free.
It's so weird. Like he had some pretty nice matches where like he beat Daniel Bryan, had a nice match with Roman Reigns, and all this nonsense. And like at least have him. It's weird how they didn't use him. Like I'm not saying push him to the moon, but shit, he could have.
Yeah, like he's a good mid Carter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes sense not to use him.
It was the kiss of death. It was the kiss of death, man. He did that kiss, and it was it.
Absolutely. Moving on here real quick, because again, I gotta head out. I gotta send these paperwork and shit.
Oh man, no way.
Yeah, I know. I'm moving, guys. I'm moving. My last final days in this office, I'm gonna miss it. Lana, listen, we can all agree Lana's going with her husband.
100%.
And be a part of a package. We're gonna repackage them, and it's gonna be amazing. Watch.
She's gonna be the bridesmaid or some shit.
Bridesmaid, the best woman.
Yeah.
Lana #1. I'm seeing. I'm reading here. I'm seeing on FB that they might be doing more by the end of the day. They might be doing more.
Yeah.
I might be on again later on. Holy shit! What's up, everyone from Everything Pro Wrestling? Holy shit! Ever would have thought that WWE would have gone rid of the big man? Absolutely. And I think the last one here is obviously Santana Garrett, who again didn't really do anything.
No, she got called up. She got called up right around the same time Vanessa Bourne and Chelsea Green got called up, and she was gonna make her debut this Friday. And they asked her.
That's sad. Yep. I'm pretty sure she'll go back to Impact or what have you, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, I apologize in advance. I know this is rushed. I apologize, but it's one of those things. Again, I gotta step out right now. They're calling me now, guys. They're calling me now. Let them know, guys. Where can they check you guys out at? Big Mouth, where can they check you out?
Yeah, you can check me out on Twitter at DetroitGamer313.
Chase, what about you, brother, man? Let them know. Where can they check you out?
Chase Oliver 68 on all platforms, baby.
And Walty, let them know, bro.
Yep, one place. Hey, I'm Walter.
I tell you guys what, I'm gonna come back on later today. We'll come back on again if we can, and we'll get more into this. All right. You can check me out on Twitter and Instagram at HeelSteven. All right, guys, I gotta go. They're calling my name. Peace out, everyone.
Peace.